Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for Tuesday's win on the road, back-to-back away wins at Pompey now and Luton as always. Let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that the gaffer picked to start the match. And so it was two false changes for the team that won at Kenilworth Road on Saturday. Both were false changes through injury. Of course, Lucas Jensen was stretching off late in the game, injury time, in fact, and I'm still waiting to hear any news on his injury. I did hear something along the lines of it might be a metatarsal injury. If so, it could be out for around 6 to 8 weeks. But Liam Roberts looked more than capable on Tuesday night, and the bad news as well is Callum Scanlon is out for around 3 months, which probably means, in all honesty, you're not going to see him again in a Millwall shirt, which is a real shame. And I hope going forward in his career for him that he's not played by injuries, but he's got a grade 3 hamstring tear, so he's unlikely to be seen in a Millwall shirt once again. It was Liam Roberts in goal, Kramer right back, Joe Bryan left back, Jaff and Coops the central defence pairing, Saville and Denor the central midfield pairing as always. And then it was Watmore on one wing, Bangura Williams on the other, Connolly in the 10, and up front, the big fucking Serbian. The hype is real around Mihailo Ivanovic. I just said Watmore left, Connolly left, Watmore right, Bangura Williams. I'll be honest, I couldn't really work out who was playing where. They sort of kept interchanging, didn't they? Connolly kept drifting left quite a lot. Bangura Williams was right, but kept coming into the centre, so it's good. Keep chopping it and changing it and keep the other team guessing, and we definitely got off to a good start. Connolly looked very, very lively in the early exchanges. Yes, he faded out, but I'm glad he got through the game because he needs that fitness, and I think he'll just keep getting better and better. Well, I hope he does anyway. And it's Connolly that puts a chance on an absolute plate for Bangura Williams. He will be wondering how he's missed that, but you know what? He has missed it. I don't know how he's missed it. He's opened his body up, but I think he's done that on purpose because as it comes, he's just got to put it in there. But the keeper does dive to his left, and I'm thinking in the split-second moment, did Bangura Williams think, if I hit that straight, the keeper might block it, so I'll go slightly to his right, and he's opened his body up too much, and it's an absolute howler of a miss. But look, we won't hold that against him because he showed what his character's about already and how confident he is to come back and do once again what he did 2 games in a row, providing Mihailo Ivanovic for the winner. But moving on from there, I still felt that in the first half we created the better chances. Liam Roberts very rarely troubled, and I felt Pompey pressed very high, and that played a part in our goal. I also felt that we let them have the ball. We didn't really press them when they was in possession, and maybe that was part of the game plan because I did think that we was particularly standoffish, which isn't like us when Pompey were in possession. But another chance we have is Sav takes a corner, he slips over, he gets headed back across goal, and the big Serb, we was that side of the big Serb, so obviously you should probably know it looked like from where we were that it was in, and it wasn't. It went into the side netting. Half chance, but again, in the box. He's there. If you give him chances, he will score goals. But moving on to the goal, I mean, it's brilliant from Watmore and then into Denor, who plays a really good 1-2 with Bangura Williams in a really, really tight spot. And like I said, Pompey were pressing high, and I'm going to praise the gaffer here because we seem to be doing things that we wasn't doing under the previous managers, is we're playing through the middle, and I've been crying out for it for years. Slot balls in behind, get people in, and we worked the space very well. We worked ourselves out of a tight corner and caught them unexpected, if you will. But as I said, they were pressing high, and Bangura Williams, as cool and as casual as you like, just a little flick of the foot, sets away the big Serb. And I have said this before, that him and Bangura Williams isn't quick, okay, and that's not a criticism. He's just very skillful. And he does flick in and out of games, in my opinion. But, as I said the other day, I got this one right, and don't worry, I'll cover the ones I got wrong again in a minute. He just shows fucking brilliance at magic moments, and he slots in the Serb. I didn't think the Serb was going to get there. I love him, but what he hasn't got, in my opinion, is pace. But he's timed his run perfectly. He's got power. He gets across the Pompey defender, which cuts him out of the game. And it's an absolutely audacious, there you go, I'm going to go with audacious. An audacious finish. It's absolutely brilliant. But the pass and the finish, they made it look so easy, the both of them, that it may have took something away from the goal. But make no mistake, we are now scoring very good team goals. We did it at Luton. Bangura Williams again involved with Ivanovic. And again, of course, at the home game against Cardiff, 2 really good team goals. So we are playing in the right areas now. We always say it. We used to go down the wings under other managers. Then the wingers would cut back. Don't know what to do. Play it sideways, play it backwards. We'd either end up with Jensen shipping a long ball and losing it. And we're not doing that now. Alex Neil has got to grips with this very, very quickly and turned it around. And now we're 7 points from a possible 9. and looking at potentially the top 6. If we beat QPR on Saturday, we'll be right back in the hunt. I'm not saying we're going to get promoted, but I said this to my mates who are not Mill fans. Every year, we seem to put a decent run together about this time. And news today that Luke Cundall's going to be coming through the door from Wolves for around £1 million, which I'll cover in a video probably later or tomorrow. It's really good news. Another young permanent Millwall player coming through the door. So that was half time. We was very, very worthy of our lead, in my opinion. Second half, I said this in my full time, it was a little bit of a non-event. That's not a criticism, that's actually a praise. I was saying to the boys around me, look, if it's a shit 45, there's no atmosphere, because we love a decent atmosphere at away game, and it's been really good in the last 2 games against Luton, against Pompey. We've sold out away ends. But if we can just nullify them, they scored a fucking lot of goals at home, Pompey, over recent weeks, spanked a lot of sides, and I think that's their first defeat is 7 at home. I think they've won 6 straight games before that, or something along them lines. Then it'll be good. You know, it's praise for the team. That I always say our game management is terrible, and we don't see things over line, and I really, really felt we did. They put lots of crosses into the box. I thought we defended them brilliantly. Kramer is, you know, coming to a new team, by the way, just getting used to his surroundings. We've thrown into a team that is playing out of position and was struggling when he came in, and he looks like a really, really good signing. Tanganga is one I got wrong when he first turned up at the club. Make no mistake, he hadn't played football in about a year. He was playing right side of the back three under Joe Edwards, and he was terrible. He was shit, but he's got to grips with it very, very quickly, and he's just got better and better, and he is an absolute fucking monster. Even up till last week, listen, I don't claim to be an expert. I claim to be entertaining, consistent. You know, and I think our videos are good, nicely well edited. But I won't always get anything right because I'm not a football manager. And even football managers get them wrong sometimes. We're going to move on to Ivanovic in a minute and Neil Harris, because a lot of you commented on that. Even last week or the week before, when there was news of Jaff, oh, is he going to go in the January transfer window? I said this, something along the lines of, I think he's very good for us, but I think this is probably his level, or he could go to a team that could potentially next year push for promotion, a Sheffield United, a Burnley, a Middlesbrough, a Sunderland, whoever doesn't go up. Again, I'm going to say, as recent as 2 weeks ago, I've now changed my opinion, and potentially again, I was wrong, because he is fucking ridiculous. He's not the biggest, is he? He's an absolute tank, they can't get round him. He reads the game very well, so he gets there first, he'll get his body in the way. But in the air, for how short he is in comparison to Cooper and the strikers he plays against, I'm going to say this now, he hangs in the air like Ronaldo. He jumps and he hangs, and he's just a fucking absolute monster. The O'Morris called him a Rolls Royce after the game. The club called him a Rolls Royce earlier because he got voted the man of match on the Twitter feed. Joe Bryan's improved over the last couple of games, and again, this is me, and it's a lot of us as well, because a few weeks ago, there was a lot of you saying, nah, the big Serb's not up to this level, what the fuck we bought him for? And I said, give him a chance, he's got that moment of magic, he needs to run. Joe Bryan, again, me, because I'm a football fan and I care, and like you do, we get frustrated. I said, get rid of him, he's gone. And Joe Bryan is a good player, okay? He's just getting a bit older now. You don't become a bad footballer overnight, and he's achieved a lot in the game. And again, it just shows you how huge confidence is in football. It's crazy, because Joe Bryan's been brilliant again. He makes a really good block in the second half. One of the few chances that Pompey had. And praise as well for Liam Roberts, the keeper. First league start, first clean sheet. And he come from good pedigree. I think Middlesbrough signed him with intention of trying to push him into their first team. But then they ended up signing a couple of other goalkeepers, including Dieng from QPR, who became their firm number one. He's a good keeper. What I've seen of him, and I think what a lot of you prefer about him, again, you know, it's early days with him, but he looked very assured, coming for crosses, commanded his area. And that one he took where he went up, Cooper went up, and their player, he was jumping sideways and backwards. He was at full stretch, and he held on to it. Really brave from the goalkeeper. And look, we don't have to say, oh, shit, let Jensen shit, get Jensen out, get him in. Let's just say we've got 2 half-decent keepers. His kicking is questionable, as is Jensen's, but I'll say what I'll say when I had Bartosz Bulkowski, a Millwall legend, in goal for 5 years. I don't give a fuck if the goalkeeper can't kick the ball, because we don't play like Man City. Keep the ball at the net first and foremost. I'd rather have him than an NFL kicker like George Long in goal, the absolute comedy show of a goalkeeper. So for me, kicking is not priority at Millwall. As I said, if we played out the back, it would be. But first and foremost, I want my goalkeeper to command his area, have his defenders assured in him, and be a good shot stopper. And Roberts looks really good. The Jensen thing, I like Jensen. Look, it's his first season in the Championship. Come from Lincoln, he's jumped through quite quick. Again, a good, young, permanent Millwall player. And I do get what people say about him, and I'm usually quick to jump on goalkeepers. But his kicking, like I said, not fussed about. His shot stopping is good. He comes and spreads himself nicely. But I don't know, I just felt that Roberts was more of a presence in goal. The only thing that Jensen can be shaky on sometimes is crosses. And my God, did Pompey ship a lot of crosses into the box, munched up by Coops. Another one I got right, because you'll slag Cooper off, say, hey, shit. He's fucking, he don't play 300 games in the Championship as a captain of the Millwall Football Club of his shit. And alongside the monster of Tanganga, alongside him, they're just a really formidable partnership. But yeah, I don't know, just looking at him in goal, I feel he's more of a presence, Roberts. But look, if Jensen comes back, or when he does come back, have him compete for that. Absolutely not a drama. Moving on to the big Serb up front. I'm going to have to cover this because loads of you have said it in the comments. Some of you have shouted it, well, put it in capital letters in the comments, so I'm assuming that you shouted it. Neil Harris, fuck Neil Harris. This was, by the way, 3 weeks ago when Alex Neil weren't getting results. People in the comments are saying, bring back Neil Harris, why do we get rid of him? But this is the life of a football fan. Fickle fuckers. I'm the same. So, look, Ivanovic didn't get really played under Harris. There was rumours of you know, why won't he play him and etc, etc. And now we've changed the way we play. Maybe it suits Ivanovic more. I'm not digging Neil Harris out. Of course, I wouldn't do that. But let's be honest, you've got a point. Why didn't he give the big Serb a run? Did he ever really want the big Serb at the club? I don't know. I'm not sure. But Harris is gone now. So let's not worry about, well, fuck Harris. Why didn't Harris do this? Harris is gone. Alex Neil's in, and he's got the big Serb firing. And if he carries on, I think Jaff will definitely go into summer, by the way, now. I don't think he'll go into Jan. But if the Serb carries on the way he's going, with brilliant goals and getting his name out there, then I think we could struggle to keep hold of him next summer. But again, you know, £3 million for an unknown 19-year-old, the mind boggles what we could potentially get for him. But on that basis as well, you know, players coming through the door and, oh, we're still short. We've still got Coburn, we've still got Amaku, and Aziz all to come back. Again, Coburn looks like he's going to be a permanent Millwall signing. If we do sign him, well, him and the big Serb, and they're very similar, so they're not both going to play at the same time. But once again, competition for places. It's all good. Getting back to the game, as you know, I love to veer massively off, and that's sort of what I've done. It was a very, very good display. I said this at Luton as well. As much as I enjoyed the chances we created in the first half and the excitement of nice patterns of play and etc, etc, I enjoyed the second half for completely different reasons. And those reasons were bodies on the line, defending for each other, help your teammate out. I'll go back to Roy Passy again. A lot of people probably think, who the fuck is Roy Passy? A big thing for him was snot blowing gum showing, or he'd say to a wide man, get chalk on your boots, as in get wide. But another thing that he drilled into us as youngsters, he always used to say, help your fucking mate out. If you're right back, your man in front here, and help them out as much as you can in the game. And I feel that the players are clubbing together. I feel that momentum is building and rolling. And we've sorted out our away form, more wins away from home in the last week than we had previously all season. But now can we do it at home? The focus shifts to QPR on Saturday in SE16. Can we make it 3 wins out of 3? You'll have to find out tomorrow in our preview show. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, this video is a day late because I travelled back to Rye from Portsmouth yesterday. And I thought, I'm on the seaside. I'm only going back to the seaside. It won't be far. Fucking nearly 3 hours it took me to get on the coastline through Brighton, Eastbourne and Hastings. So, the away day, I had to edit it. And I'm sorry because I know a lot... Well, look, a lot of you say you love the away days, but they don't get the views. And yesterday it took me about 6 hours to edit that. And that's why I've had to put this video out today. That's why the preview will be out tomorrow. So, I'll link the away day in at the end of this video. In fact, I'll link the away days playlist in. A lot of you saying, why don't you do more of these away day videos, Dan? I've done about 65 over the course of nearly 9 years on Lions TV. So I've gone through YouTube last night. I can't find them all at the minute, but there's about 40 on there that I've put in the playlist along at the top of that list, of course, with Pompey yesterday and, not yesterday, day before, and Luton last week on Saturday. Head's gone. Right, listen, preview out tomorrow. There'll probably be a Luke Cundall video if he's announced today, which I'm expecting him to be, as he's having his... what's he having? He's having his medical at Calmont Road. Please subscribe to Lions TV. I need to get out of here. Come on, you Lions.